I don't think
Oh,
so.
yep, we got a crayfish.
You did?
We got a crayfish. Yes, so we put this trap in overnight, and you know, just to see what kind of cool stuff that we could find. And last night, I made a video about a crayfish, a dead crayfish, because we couldn't find any. Thankfully today, a little crayfish has fallen into our trap. Tell me I can open it. Oh, you see him right there. Alright, do you have any scissors? I really should have thought this through a little better. I'm gonna dump this little guy out. Come on. Come on. Okay. Here, I can't believe I actually caught one. Alright, here is a crayfish. We put chicken into our little trap, and these are nocturnal, so they came in to feed at night. Now, you can see this hard shell on the back. That's called the carapace. It's meant to protect the crayfish from any predators and anything that tries to eat it. These are invertebrates, which means they do not have a spinal column. So they basically have an exoskeleton that protects them from any predators. And in case you're wondering if this crayfish is gonna die because it's out of the water, it's not gonna die because their gills can, they can breathe outside of water because of their gills that especially let it do that. All right, now the second thing you probably notice are these claws in the front here. Now these claws are meant for protection as well as capturing prey. What they'll do is they'll sit in the water and they'll wait for some sort of fish or animal to swim by, and then they'll capture it with their pincers and grab on. Or they'll go on an ambush and attack their victim straight on. They eat mostly algae, insect larvae, worms, and fish is what their main diet consists of. Now, you'll also probably notice these two long antennae on the front of its body. Now, those are meant for sensing its environment and feeling around. It has these two eyes on stalks on the either side of its head, and that also helps it sense its environment. But these antennae really help it find its way through the darkness at the night when they're feeding and avoiding being eaten by predators. Now, the last thing you probably see is this big long tail. And that's probably very familiar if you have seen lobsters, because these guys are in fact related to lobsters. And they use those big long tails to basically get away from predators. I was in Wisconsin in Green Lake, and there were tons and tons of crayfish, but I didn't catch a single one because of these big long tails. What they'll do is they'll use it and they'll basically propel themselves backwards in the water into a little crevice or crack, and so that they won't get eaten. And it's incredibly useful and helpful, especially when you're getting away from being eaten. Anyways, I think that's all for today on crayfish. This animal is so cool. It's awesome. I'm Braylon, and thanks for watching. All right, we're gonna put this guy back in the water. Oh, he's staying on my hand. Or she is staying on my hand. Oh, you see it? Jetted away with its tail.